Here we are at the famous Hemenway Street in Winters, California. And in just a minute I'm going to take a drive down Winters Drive. And right here we're turning down Hemenway Street. I have no idea if this video is going to come through. Let me take a step out here. This is Hemenway Street. Let's back up. Wide view. It looks like it's coming out. Here's one of the signs here. See? Here. See? Awesome, huh? Anyway, this is the street. I have a wide view. This picture may or may not come out. Who knows? I assume it will come out though. Not just a street like any other street. Here we're. The street is a playing field, baseball. School field here. I have no idea if this is coming out, but because I'm just holding the camera, basically not even looking through it at all. I'm driving right now. And here we're turning right on Highway 128, and I'm on my way now to Lake Berryessa. This picture's going to come out. You can see the orchards here. This is a large agricultural area. I just don't know if this will come out, but this is Highway 128 on the way down to Lake Berryessa. What kind of tree is that? An oak tree?
Yeah. These big ones are oaks.
All the big ones are oaks.
That one's probably been there ever since you came here, right?
Before I came here.
Yeah.
Before I was born. Before my dad was born.
That's a big one. Of course, here's the lovely home. I'm going to get a shot of that. It's the home of George Hemenway and his wife. I'm sorry I forgot your name. That's horrible.
We sleep in
Her
there
name?
where that
Her name again is?
Idell.
Idell. I thought it was Ida.
No, Idell.
Idell. Don't call you Ida.
Udell, I've been by everything.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Udell, Odell, Ardell. Oh, I've been down to the whole school. Anyway, we were laying in there sound asleep in the middle of the night and go, wham! Look, the house come through with us. I rolled over the bed and under the bed.
well, what happened?
That big tree there.
That big tree there.
That was an oak tree. Bigger house, I guess. And display
Can I take a shot of you, George?
Huh?
Can I take a shot of you?
Yeah. Okay.
As long as she doesn't want to video. Okay, George, here's George with his dog. What's the dog's name again, George?
This Tweeper.
Tweeper?
Taffy.
Deep Tweeper, Taffy. Here's Taffy. Hey, Taffy.
And Peppy.
Look at that dog.
Ragtag.
Ragtag? George, how old are you again? You're 79, right?
79 going on 80.
Wow, you never know. I thought you were about 55 when I first met you. Something happened. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah. Over the years, my dad and my uncle got the best ones in the days when bigger bucks was around.
Before they all got taken out, huh?
It's little ones now, all there is left practically, I guess.
There's a place in Calistoga where they got some domesticated deers. I don't know if you know where that is. Up on Calistoga Road on near the petrified forest. They got a big pen, and those are some big deers. I think they're mule deer is what they are. But they have horns like these. The one down at the end there is a pretty big one. This one.
This great big one here is your granddaddy's, isn't it?
Yeah, There's one down there that was the oldest one, I guess, was killed in 1911, way down there.
The big one down there?
It's got white horns on it, the oldest.
Yeah, that white one on this side.
On this side.
Second one.
The oldest antlers. But
A little bit about what I'm seeing here in these bottles, where they're from.
Well, those bottles are picked up, and a lot of them picked up in Nevada, and that little one in the center is that's what they call sodanose or something. It was good for the breath. After a guy would get drunk on alcohol, he'd take that, a little swig of that, and his wife wouldn't know he was drinking or something.
Oh, sodanose.
This one is an old one too, 'cause see all the colors has come out on it from on there, and then the purple one over there at the far end is an old one.
That little handgun up there is found in Nevada, over by what the heck is the name of that little town south of Reno?
Carson City?
Carson City, yeah, back in there, in that area. Wadsworth, actually.
So the bottle down there is from the 1890s?
Yeah, way back there, anyway.
You found the bullets too, huh, for this gun?
Yeah.
Were those the bullets in the gun?
No, they were just the same caliber. I don't think they were in the gun. They were just the same caliber as the gun. It was 32.
Huh, and the key, you think that was from an old jail?
Some old jail key, I guess. I think it might have been from Winters here, because my dad had it for years, and I just
So it is a jail key.
inherited it. Now those pens, those gold pens up there, was from my great-great-aunt Filer. She was went to Oneida College back in Illinois, and that was what she had. And she had a certificate of merit there. That was hers too. She was from the Filer part of the family. But, my granddad married a Filer. Yeah.
And that's from the 1800s too?
Yeah, that was She was in about 1850, somewhere along in there. That's when she graduated. Yeah.
They're in good condition, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're thin. They're small. And the air.
Vertebrae is in this one over here.
Okay, let's get a shot of that. These are
Monitor anyway.
from what kind of animal? The vertebrae?
That's fish. Fish.
Oh.
It's actually.
So these are from the.
That's Lake Winnemucca.
Yeah,
From Lake Winnemucca. It's all dried up.
I was going to say the ocean, but I guess from the lake.
Yeah, it's from the lake. I think they're the old cutthroat trout that used to be in the Lake Winnemucca before it dried up, you know. And
In Nevada.
Find those vertebrae out there.
So it was this mid-Nevada or western?
North of Reno, about 50 miles north of Reno, something like that.
Yeah, I've been out there. There's a big W on a hill out there. I guess it stands for Winnemucca.
Right now it's in that Pyramid Lake Indian Reservation, I think.
Now what's the thing in the middle? Is that a ring?
Yeah, it looks like half of a ring, and it was made from a rock of some kind or other.
Wow.
Looks like it might be a marble, but anyway.
Must have ground that down for a while. This
These
one?
things here.
Yeah, those are little nodules, rhyolite nodules that were picked up on a mountain over in Nevada. They call it Nut Mountain. And those little brown nodules are made of rhyolite and formed that way.
They look like coffee beans. Don't they?
They come in all sizes. Some of them look like walnuts, and some of them look like pecans. But those are just a small size.
But the Indians don't make them. These are naturally occurring, right?
They're naturally occurring rock. I don't know whether the Indians used them for anything or not, but they would. If they could have drilled them, they'd made a good bead, I guess.
Wow, they're nice.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing those before, but I'm sure they were here. Of course, here's a large collection of arrowheads.
Yeah, those black arrowheads in the blue case were picked up in fossil sand dunes in Oregon, and there's ancient campsites out there, and fossil bones have been picked up out there too from ancient bison, you know, and stuff like that.
These are probably. How old do you think some of these arrowheads might be?
They were probably 1,000 years or better.
Wow.
That was before white men ever come, you know.
Definitely the original Indians, right?
Yeah.
Before the white man took over.
Yeah.
And then these up here in this upper case?
These are all Nevada arrowheads from the Lake Pyramid area and up towards Massacre Lake, and mostly from Washoe County in Nevada. Yeah, mostly obsidian and some chert and jasper, but mostly obsidian.
So it's the black glass.
Yeah.
I noticed some are white.
Yeah.
Those white ones up on the top.
That's chert, or some of it's onyx, white stuff.
And there's an onyx there. Is it brown or darker?
Yeah.
darker white tan. This large
Yeah.
white one here is a really nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the obsidian was the easiest to chip out.
Pretty effective in
Yeah.
hunting deer too, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
What else do you think they hunted out there? They probably had bison then, didn't
Well,
they?
they had, well, the Paiutes mainly, I guess, lived on grasses, nuts, onions, wild roots,
Uh-huh.
rabbits mostly, and deer when they could get it.
So they hunted rabbits probably with these too.
Yeah.
This is nice the way you displayed this one with the arrow and the star. There's like a
Oh
star.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was. I made that case when that comet, Kohoutek, I guess it was on, and I just got the idea from that comet, you know. And most of those arrowheads I picked up at Montgomery Creek in Shasta County,
Mm-hmm.
all of the ranch we had up there. You know.
Wow.
Yeah,
So they're all from one area, huh?
yeah, just all from that ranch we had there,
Amazing.
found around Springs.
This one I really like. This you've done a lot of extensive beadwork here.
Yeah, that's trade beads, and those were mostly traded to the local Indians here, the Winton tribes here. These were all found right along in this area, in the Put Creek area,
Mm-hmm.
as that big spear was too.
And the bone below it, is that a bone?
That's a whistle.
Oh, it's a whistle.
Yeah.
Oh. Made of what?
Made of a bone, I guess it was a deer bone. It was hollow, and you could actually make noises with it. When I blew in it, it was found right here on the ranch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
Yeah,
the
Mexico.
the spear on the left, is that an arrowhead?
That's oil, that bone oil, yeah. A bone oil.
For making
Oh.
holes in leather, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
that
then
other one on the other side, that obsidian, that's an awl too.
uh
Yeah.
so they chipped that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're gonna. Did I get the red one? I don't think I got the red one.
Yeah, that's mostly picked up by Winnemucca Lake in
Mm-hmm.
Nevada. Just types of arrowheads. They're a little bit farther away from the obsidian areas, so they use different other kinds of rock,
Mm-hmm.
mostly jaspers and agates.
There's a wide variety of types
Yeah.
types of rock, and there's also some beads there. Are those beads? There's
Yeah,
one looks like
there's-
it's turquoise, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one there that's kind of bluish. I don't know if it's turquoise or not, but
Those beads were found there too.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, well I'm gonna.
On the red one first, or
Yeah, let's do the red one.
Yeah, those are all points from Nevada, but they had been broken, so I just mended them. They've been glued together.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
You never
most-
know it unless
most
I
of
look
them is-
closely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these were pieces you found,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and these look like some of your nicest specimens, aren't they? I
They
mean,
look nice if they're just whole. Yeah.
they're
They've
big.
been broken, so
So all of them are broken.
all of those have been mended. Yeah, they all have been broken. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that probably cuts down their value. But anyway,
You have them.
they.
These this ram horns design.
Yeah, that's from all that Chester Ranch we had. Those are all found.
Mhm.
All are found around springs up there, you know, where they would camp close to the springs.
And how long does it take you to put together a case like this?
Well, if you count the time it takes to find the arrows, why, it puts in several hours. But
Mm-hmm.
to make the case and all, it doesn't take too awful long. I just use plyboard backing and felt cushion for the arrowheads and glue them on there, so
Mm-hmm.
with the glass front. And
New case.
yeah, that's just mainly types of tools made of rock that they use. Scrapers. Those big round ones are scrapers. They
Uh-huh.
scrape their hides clean, got the fat off the hides and all.
Mm-hmm.
And those curved points, I don't know, they were ceremonial points used for some reason or other.
The moon-shaped ones.
Yeah, there's a question as to what they used them for, but you do find a lot of them that's curved like that, and I don't know exactly what they were for.
Hmm.
And of course these black spears, they're actually in needles, obsidian needles. They fracture out that way, so the Indians used them, I guess, just might have put a little point on them and used them for awls, I guess.
The ones on the right, the two long
Yeah.
ones, those
Yeah.
are obsidian, huh?
Uh-huh.
They're a different color obsidian?
They're all mostly all black. There's two of them in this corner and two of them on the other corner there too.
Hmm.
But they fracture out that way. They weather out that way, and the Indians just used them for awls, I guess, when they put a point on one end of them or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's from the Chester Ranch also. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you did sort of a TP design on these, I think.
Yeah.
Two TPs and a...
Two P's and a couple of crossed arrows. And
Mm. That's
a
nice.
bonnet motif in the center above. That little arrowhead right in the center there, of that little bonnet-shaped deal, is the smallest arrowhead I've found.
Right, in the
Yeah,
middle top, huh?
Tiny one, yeah. Hmm.
I wonder if they actually use that for fishing, maybe, huh?
Maybe fishing or birds, small birds or something.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Maybe just get some little fish
Yeah,
in the stream, small fish.
yeah.
The green case is...
That's local around here in the Winters area, Putty Creek area, and those are wampum, or what they call wampum, are clamshell. They're made of clamshells, those little beads,
Mm-hmm.
little discs that they drill a hole in and string them as a necklace. And of course, those rocks were drilled out for a purpose, I don't know what, maybe, and they're working with beads or something like that, maybe.
What do you think they used for a drill bit? What kind of material?
Evidently they used a obsidian point or deer antler, I guess mainly,
Mm-hmm.
or it's hard material.
You rub it with their hands on the disc.
Yeah, to kind of swirl them back and forth, or they got a little stick with a string that they drill their beads with that way too.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And
then...
those little white shells those three white shells in each corner are olivella shells,
Uh-huh.
which they gathered from the coastline,
Yeah.
traded in the interior.
Yeah, I think you can find something like those today
Uh-huh.
out there.
Yeah.
Still around. Okay, now we're going to go over to we'll go up to the blue case first.
That's from Dillon's Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are all found out in there in the sand dunes just south of the little store and cabins there at Dillon's Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Found in the early 30s, which I guess you couldn't get out there anymore without somebody in somebody's backyard, I guess. And they're all pretty well chipped out of obsidian.
So you were just a young boy when you found those, huh?
Yeah, I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the first ones I found, I was still in grammar school. I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this was
Yeah.
a hobby that you started when you were just a young
Yeah,
young
I got
kid.
interested in them when we went over there. My dad used to go clamming over there in Tamales Bay, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how come I got started over there.
When was the last time you went looking for them?
At Dillon's Beach?
No, for arrowheads anywhere.
Oh, I guess it's been about 20 years ago. I mean,
Uh-huh.
not since much, yeah. Nevada was the last place I looked for them, I guess.
So probably your teens into your 60s you were
Yeah.
looking for them, right?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
50 years you did it.
Hmm.
And what's this lower case?
That's from the Chester Ranch also, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's a beautiful design too.
That was a design that was conjured up in my dreams, I guess.
Wow. It's like the great spirit of the Indians.
Uh,
That's a neat one.
yeah.
Case in this other room.
Yeah, that's a case that was the arrowheads were picked up in northern California, in the
Mhm.
Modoc area, from Modoc into Nevada, and in that area in there, around Susanville and in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You remember how long ago you got those?
Oh, that's been in the early 50s, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we had the blue case.
The blue case, that was in Massacre Lake, an area north of Reno, Washoe County, way up there in Massacre Lake areas of Nevada.
Mm-hmm. So you'd find a large collection, and you make a case of that area, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I usually keep the arrowheads all in one case in one area picked up, and
It's good.
the date and the area and all. Mhm. Everything that's in that case was found in that Massacre Lake area.
I noticed the top circle has a lot of different colored
Yeah, there's different
rocks here.
rocks, different types of rocks there, from agates to jaspers and chert and stuff like that.
Okay, in the lower case, this
And
one's
that one
really
there
neat.
is just an old case of crudities that are picked up in various areas. It just shows the ages of mostly the crudest type of arrowheads made, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Although the one white one is really,
Yeah.
there's a white one
Yeah, that white
on
one
the left. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Were you surprised when you found that one, or were other ones that are unique are usually surprised to find something?
Yeah, some of them I really get surprised when I'm out there looking for, and only see black areas everywhere, and then suddenly you run onto one that's white, you know?
Yeah.
It just kind of surprises you.
What kind of rock do you think that is? Is that crystal or?
That must be a white chert or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Because I know this the
Yeah.
lower one's a crystal, right?
Mhm.
This moon-shaped one is
Moon-shaping, yeah.
some sort of
Yeah, some of them are a onyx or what do they call that? The rock anyway. It's I can't think of the name of it now.
It's not amethyst, is it?
Not amethyst, no. But
No.
It's a rock similar to chert and onyx.
Mm-hmm. What are these, George?
Hudson Bay trade beads.
Mm-hmm.
The Hudson Bay Company had those beads made up. They were made in Europe, and they traded them for
I don't know whether
furs.
you can see them or not, but these
Yeah.
things, red
Mhm.
ones,
Yeah.
are yellow on the inside.
Yeah, they were made in England, or in Europe rather. Yeah, made in Europe.
And then the reds, so you can kind of faintly see it on that one right there.
The white
Mhm.
ones are porcelain, and the red ones are made of glass. And
So they would trade these with the Indians, right?
yeah, those are all found in one grave site over there south of 10 Mile River, just below where my dad's coast ranch was. It's, above Fort Bragg, about 10 miles above Fort Bragg.
Mm-hmm.
They were all found in one grave. Yeah.
And what do you think they were trading the beads for?
Furs, that's what the
Oh.
Hudson Bay Company were after.
Uh-huh.
Beaver and other kinds of fur.
So the Indians would trap the beaver and they'd get the
Trade
the beads for 'em.
Whatever, rifle or beads or whatever they took their fancy. And I guess beads was a great thing with the Indians. Yeah.
Look at these right here. That's about the sharpest ones.
Mm-hmm.
Look how sharp those are. They would go clear to hell and halfway back. Got half a dozen people too.
That's a sharp one, yeah. That's
Mm-hmm. Look at that. See how tiny that is? And this
Yeah.
same, those
Those things are covering up some of the areas down below.
you know, it almost looks like that one arrowhead looks like it would break easily if you
Yeah.
if you handle it wrong, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
they're easily to break.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you have any idea what this pipe was
a,
for?
Trade pipe. I think those
Oh.
pipes were made in China mostly.
Uh-huh.
And the early Chinese brought them over, and that somehow got into an Indian encampment somewhere or other.
And it's made of wood?
It's made of, it's not a type of cheap porcelain, I think is what it was, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because wood would rot, so
Yeah. It'd have to be something to stand the heat.
yeah.
The pipe, yeah.
It's a porcelain, it's a hard.
Yeah. Clay or something. Might have been clay, yeah.
We have the green case.
That's in the Massacre Lake area too, yeah. Yeah, I found more arrowheads in Massacre Lake area than anywhere else, yeah.
That's eastern Nevada?
Eastern Nevada, well, western Nevada actually, northwest corner is where Massacre Lake area is.
Did you ever get out to Colorado to look for arrowheads out
No,
there?
I never have been in Colorado looking for them.
'Cause
Most of the areas were spent in western Nevada.
mhm.
And same with that big red case, that's all in Massacre Lake area around there.
Mhm.
In northwest corner of Nevada.
So when you went out on these arrowhead trips, you'd like go camping. You take your
Uh-huh.
camper out or
We took the camper out and just park it and
explore.
work over an area and drive up a little farther and camp.
I was gonna get a quick shot of you, George, talking. What would you do now? You'd go up.
And we'd walk for miles, come back to the camper, and then drive
Uh-huh.
up a few miles and take another area and search it out.
Mhm.
And do a lot of footwork, of course.
Mhm.
Walk a mile for one arrowhead, maybe, sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky and find more than one.
Mhm. And how long would you stay usually?
After that cost was off, which was about the latter part of June, why we would stay through the month of July sometimes, and then come back to start irrigating.
For a whole month. That's a long time. You'd find a lot. Would you find, like, say, a whole case's worth in a month?
Yeah, I could come back with 50 or 60 good arrowheads sometimes.
Okay.
In a way.
No, I was just getting a glare, but,
Yeah.
but let's talk about this.
Yeah,
Another.
that's in Massacre Lake too. Massacre Lake seemed to produce more arrowheads than anywhere else we ever looked.
Uh-huh. So you have probably half your arrowheads are from there,
Yeah.
huh?
There was campsites all around the lake. The lake itself was, I guess, about 5 by 10 miles or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Is that dry now, that lake?
It's dry, yeah. And all those lakes up in that area were dry then.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in the winter rains, they fill up a little bit. And that green one, that's Massacre Lake also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lots of arrowheads from that area.
Would you grade them in any specific fashion? I noticed the lower one here, the smaller ones are on the end of the
Yeah, I
horn.
kind of sized them out from the bottom on around to the lip of the curve there, got smaller.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then over here we have,
And that's some more Massacre Lake there.
this is the Massacre Lake
Massacre
wall.
Lake there,
This
yes.
whole wall. Yeah.
This one is reddish obsidian there.
Yeah, it's a different color.
And these are jaspers, and this one's a brown jasper. That wasn't found at Massacre Lake, but it was found down below Carson City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting color on that one.
Mhm.
This one's a really pointy one too.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
I guess these are bigger ones are for deer, huh?
Yeah, or anything large like elk or something like that, I guess.
And probably they just go. They were hunting one. They just go right
Yeah.
for the heart, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
That's probably where they try to
They did
Get
try
that
to
to
get a
go.
body shot, and
follow them.
maybe they used poison to cause the animal to drop quicker.
Are these really some of the only arrows you have?
Yeah, that case was the lower part, which all the obsidian arrows was found in Shasta County, where we hunt up there above Fall River Mills.
Mm-hmm.
And those arrows were given to me by a boy that was living up there on the McLeod River before Shasta Dam was built.
Oh.
And when they built the dam, why, he had to move out. His family had to move out, so he just gave me those arrows that he'd had. He didn't say much about them. I guess his family had them for a long time. I don't know, but anyway.
And they are made out of wood, huh?
Yeah.
They were probably kept for many years
Yeah.
indoors, you know.
I imagine they were made out of willow. I'm not sure, but anyway, it looked like it, willow or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tapestry that Idell's made, and we're gonna get a close-up now. This probably took you at least a month, right, to put it together. Is this needlepoint?
Mm-hmm. That's needlework.
How long did it take you to make this?
Well,
More than a month.
everything went through these little holes here.
Mm-hmm.
Every thread that's in there went through those holes.
Wow, that's
One
beautiful.
at a time. You couldn't double up with this.
Are you gonna frame it?
It needs to be framed, I guess.
I've been trying to get him to make one for me, but
How about the Texas one? Is this from Texas?
Oh, the white one.
The red
yeah.
one?
That's New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, I just bought that bunch there from New Mexico in the area along by the Rio Grande River, somewhere along in there. Not the Rio Grande, but anyway, it's in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're all white, aren't they?
yeah, most all white. Yeah.
This green one here.
And that was from Fort Bragg, the ranch area, sand dunes above 10 Mile River, along 10 Mile River. And they were all out of chert, agate, and jasper. There's one or two maybe of obsidian, but all of them were made out of that jasper and chert, which is very hard to chip out, much harder than the obsidian is.
Mm-hmm. They spent a lot more time making those, didn't they?
Mhm.
There's one in the corner.
Yeah, that's more of the Massacre Lake area, but there is some from the Virgin Valley, which is south of Massacre Lake too.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice design too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Turkish area.
Oh. So these are really old.
Yeah.
And they're made of bronze?
Uh-huh. All bronze.
Oh, there's something weird going on when I take a shot up here. I don't know why, but it won't focus or anything.
Focus right. And those are arrowheads from the area here, Putty Creek area.
Mm-hmm.
All obsidian.
Big.
Mm-hmm. Massacre Lake area, and everything was black arrowheads, but that one white one surprised me when I picked that up. It was made out of chalcedony, I think. Real white.
This is Massacre Lake. This is all eastern Nevada then, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. These are from Kentucky.
Oh.
Kentucky. Those lace arrowheads, those lace spears, were primarily a ceremonial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they did much hunting with them, but anyway. The others are all mostly chert and flint. A lot of flint arrowheads.
And you got these back there?
Yeah, I bought those actually from a guy from Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Keene Tuck, south of Fort Bragg, or 10 miles above Fort Bragg, actually.
Uh-huh. I noticed it looks like another turquoise bead here in the middle.
Yeah.
Turquoise colored.
Bluish, yeah, look like it might be. And that arrowhead in the center is actually made out of purple glass.
Hmm.
It was washed up on the beach, I found it. And it was, the Indians had made it out of glass, and I guess in time the glass had turned purple. You know how glass does sometimes.
Yeah.
Made out of a purple bottle, I guess.
Huh. So bottles from probably the 1800s, and the Indians found it and made.
Yeah. Yeah, I found quite a few arrowheads out in those dunes there that was made out of glass. So they had access to the early white man that was in that area.
Yeah.
Getting from his glass bottles, I guess. 32 caliber on up to 50 calibers.
Mm-hmm.
Even the old lead balls are up to about a 70 caliber lead ball there too, that they rammed down those old flintlocks.
Flintlocks, are those from the early 1700s?
Yeah.
Or in the 1700s?
Yeah, from back there, far enough back, I guess, before the 1840s at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, usually when you find a bullet, do you usually keep it, you know?
It's in fairly good condition, but these haven't, they've all been fired. I would find the lead afterwards and fit it into it, so they're all empty shells, but with the same caliber lead put into the end of them. Yeah.
Restored, yeah.
So they're not really live bullets there.
And you found this gun too?
Yeah, that was an old 25-20 actually, that Winchester 25-20. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was left in a barn over there at Fort Bragg, on the old Fort Bragg ranch. I guess somebody just left it there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not in firing condition now, so.
Guess not.
Mm-hmm.
A little rusty.
Yeah.
This one up on top is another.
That's a green one from Massacre Lake area, and the nodules are from Nut Mountain, south of Massacre Lake.
Mm-hmm.
That mountain there had those little round nodules would be weathering out of the side of the mountain there. They got to calling it Nut Mountain because some of them look like nuts, you know.
They do.
Pecans, shaped like pecans.
Of course.
And those were arrows that were bought to get the age of certain arrows. They were bought from Texas, actually a fellow from Texas. And the top row are the later models, later makes, and the ones on the bottom were earlier makes. So there's this age distance of about 2,000 or 3,000 years there, from the bottom to the top.
So how old do you think the bottom ones are?
He said that the bottom one's about 3,000 to 4,000 BC, so the top ones would be in the 17 to 1800s up to present day.
Wow.
Pretty near it.
That's really something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And those beads there and teeth were found over on the sand dunes at Fort Bragg.
Wow.
Yeah. The big teeth were evidently sea lion teeth or bear teeth, and there was some deer teeth and elk teeth and everything else going in there.
And you made the...
I just strung them up as I found them. They probably weren't strung that way, but I found them out there in the dunes, you know, around those graves where they used to bury them.
But they were all, they all had holes in them for...
Some of them had holes, and some of them I drilled myself.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Just to complete the necklace.
That mountain here?
That mountain area, yeah. Yeah, mostly obsidian. They had quite a few chert arrowheads there, though.
The dark, yeah, I mean the lighter ones. This one you got, it's all obsidian up here.
Yeah, and that's more masculate arrows there.
I don't know if I can get a shot of that. There we go.
See it good?
Yeah, I got part of it. Let me show you again. Okay, now tell you, just point up at this one and see.
Listen, that is the case that I've got from some of the local history here. The shoes on each side up there, oxen shoes.
Oh.
And those are old bullets from 45 to 50 caliber bullets.
Wow, they are big.
And that knife, I found that in eastern Oregon, out in the desert area. And these shotgun shells are 10 gauge copper shells. And those two padlocks were used by John R. Wuskill, the early settler here in the Winters area. And he had padlocked both gates to the land grant, and they were left on the gates for years and years, and I finally decided I'd better get them because they were there in 1932, and that's when
Otherwise it would be lost forever.
been lost for good, yeah. And actually the key to that one on this side is still...
You found the key?
Still operates the key. The key was sticking in it when I found it.
You found the key inside it? Wow.
And those coins in there are from Chinatown here in Winters, right near the railroad bridge. There used to be what they call Chinatown there.
And a lot of the Chinese were working the fields and the railroad?
Fields, yeah. Early.
First they came through with the railroad, and then they worked the fields, agriculture, right?
Yeah, some friends we used to have across from the ranch where I was raised, the old woman that lived there said that she used to give the Chinese 2 bits a day for labor around the house there, plus rice to eat every day.
25 cents a day, yeah? And rice, and that's all they needed was
that's
food
all
and
they needed, yeah.
something to...
And still they could manage to send somebody back to China.
Oh, wow.
Of the front of the house.
Oh, you did your own house, huh? It's shed and everything.
Yeah.
You can get without a glare. There it is. It's beautiful.
Here's all the dogs. Peppy, Tweeper, Taffy. That's Fancy. She died last year.
Yeah, actually, I think when I was here last, you said she just died or something.
Yeah, I guess it was.
What mountain is this you were painting?
It's supposed to be Mount Shasta.
It's
Fancy
Shasta.
had long hair, well, the hair like Tweeper's got. His shape is like it and everything.
Those are nice. On the inside, is it felt inside or anything?
Well, some of them I filled it. This one I don't guess. Well, no, it's not filled.
It's just rough finish, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of
nice.
them I put filled in, but...
Brought this to you, or?
Yes, a helicopter pilot took the picture and I bought it from him.
Wow.
The
And
whole place. That was before they put in the garden. I had just pulled the trees out. And here in the upper corner you can see the lake down there.
And you, it's like a poster. You put it on a board, and was it a thin? Is it an actual photograph or is it a poster?
It's a photograph, actually enlarged. Yeah.
Oh, that's a big photograph.
Yeah.
Oh, he's turned around.
Yeah. What power zoom is that? 12?
24.
24. Well, that's strong.
I got him. He's about halfway the picture.
Ah, that's good.
I got a side shot of him. Hey, Bunny. He's just sitting there. He's, I don't know. I don't hear nothing. Just grass?
There's lots of grass for him, and to go down there and eat carrots too. There's a magpie coming into him.
Yeah, there's a magpie. Black and white, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, I can push this button and get a zoom that'll go in to, I think it's 36. Yeah, it's 36. Now it's taking the whole screen. The only thing about this camera I like, most of them are about 12, and this one
Yeah, mine's 12. I wish I had one that was that strong.
When I go to Colorado, I like taking far off shots because there's a lot of places you go out there aren't accessible by car, and you gotta
Yeah.
get a nice video of something you want to get. Lake Berryessa at sunset.